right, guys, good evening. Welcome to another edition of Transit Live. This is number 1019.
1019.
Yeah, we've been here a while.
Woo! I hope you guys have had a great week so far. We're glad you're here. Remember, share that link out with everybody that you can. We want to reach as many people as possible.
You know what, Kevin? You look pretty good for 1,919 episodes.
I would
You don't
say
look
the
like
same about yourself.
You've not aged at all. We've got
I appreciate that.
We got some kind of secret sauce going here.
I tell you.
We don't need to tell anybody what it is, though, because we still look the same that when we started this thing.
That's it.
1,000 years ago. So, hey, man, how'd you have a good week?
I have so far. It's been good. I mean, we're halfway through, so I'm looking forward to the second half.
Yes.
And then the weekend.
The weekend. And then
Absolutely.
it's a short week next week because of Thanksgiving. So.
Oh, yes. Ooh. Absolutely. How about you? You have a good week so far?
Well, that's good. Just recovering from fall retreat because that was kind of.
That was awesome.
Amazing.
Epic. Thank you, Matt, for putting all that on. I mean, you put in so much hard work, and I know you guys enjoyed it. And if you missed it, I am sorry. Not sorry, because it was awesome.
It was awesome. So thank you guys for showing up, because without them, we couldn't have done it. Thank you to our team, to Brian and JD and the whole tech team and all of them. Man, they did a phenomenal job. So, it was so cool. We were talking earlier before we came online just how each session just got better and better and better. Like the first session, I think everybody it was a little awkward, and they're like, what do we do? Can we talk? Can we not talk? Can we, there was that part going on. And then like Saturday morning got better, and then by lunch, it was kind of like everybody's gelling and back to normal, throwing the football, having fun. And then we came back in for the last session. It was just like, it was awesome.
It kept building momentum,
Absolutely.
If we would have had one more,
A Saturday night
we
session.
would have done.
A Saturday night session, we'd have blown the roof off. So we would not have had church on Sunday morning because we'd have blown the roof off of the place. But it was amazing. So thanks to everybody. So I do have a little recap video I put together.
You did? Oh, this is awesome. I'd like to see this.
So it's just a couple little video shots we got from the weekend. So it's pretty cool. So y'all check it out. This is the Fall Retreat Weekend recap video. There you go. That was it.
Man, I tell you what, Brian Drake broke my brain again.
Dude.
I mean, I don't get what he did and some of those things and how he played the mind tricks.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good. And then the worship with Britt.
Yeah,
and then with Eddie, all the, his 3 sessions. I mean,
that was
diving deep.
Yeah, it was an intense weekend. Let's call it that, intense.
It was.
Fun, great, but it was intense. So
it
was good stuff. So thank you for everybody. We'll look forward to maybe doing that again. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Absolutely. I'd be down for it. I think we could say Britt is down for it. I think she said that she'd be down for it.
Yeah, and I'll say I can speak on her behalf because she actually told me this, but she was very complimentary of our students and our leaders and said that everybody was so sweet, and she loved hearing their stories and talking with them and praying with them. And she just said, she definitely said, I think it was Saturday night dinner, she said, hey, we really want to stay in contact with your kids and with your youth. And, it says anything we can ever do for you, just let us know. And we want to definitely stay in contact. So, it may not be the last time that we have some connections with Britt. So that'll be pretty cool.
So cool.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. So, all right. So, hey, I got a question for you.
What is it?
After doing 119 episodes together.
Yes, I'm worn out.
I think we can, I know, right? I think we can figure out if we love something or if we want to leave something, okay?
Oh, yes.
So we're going to play this little activity right now called Love It or Leave It.
So I guess if you love it or leave it?
Yes.
And you guess if I love it or leave it?
Yes. And then we're going to get the students to pitch in too and see what they think about it, okay?
You guys stay alive in the chat. Let's see what you got for us.
All right, so here we go. Very first one. You want to go first? You want me to go first? Or paper, rock, scissors it?
Paper, rock, scissors. That's
right,
the best way. Oh, so you guess mine first, I guess, right?
Yep. All right, here we go.
Love it or leave it. Airbuds. Am I an airbud dude?
Let me see your ears.
That one. They're kind of different.
Do you run? Are you a runner?
If I'm being chased? Or if there's food at the buffet table or something? You Thanksgiving's coming up.
It is
I
coming
gotta sprint
up.
to that table.
I'm going to go with Leave It.
Leave It is correct. Those things do not fit in my ears. They do not. I put them in and then just like jiggle on out. They fall out.
Yeah, that's an expensive thing to just have dangling
Yeah,
out
they
of
just-
your ears. So I've got a pair of Bose Sound Sports. They actually fit like inside your ear.
Yeah.
And I used to, when I worked out, and whenever I do work out, I put that in my ear, and it fits really good, and it's got really great sound. But
Yeah.
but the earbuds I've tried,
Not working.
not my
So
thing.
you're a Leave It as
I'm
well.
a Leave It guy. Yeah, leave
Yeah.
that.
I would have to say a lot of the Gen Z are loving it.
They love it.
I
Absolutely.
would have to see it.
Love it.
What they're saying, leave it. We got one love it, 3
Ooh.
leave it's, 4 leave it's.
Wow. See, my issue is the little case. I lose stuff all the time. So the smaller it is, the more I'm going to lose it. So that's a lot of money to just leave around losing, you know?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
All right, so now your turn for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess on you. All right.
All right, here we go.
Pineapple on your pizza. I know you're a pizza connoisseur.
I do like pizza.
There's not many pizzas that are bad.
There are, no, they are. Yes, they are.
I mean, if they have mushroom on them, I'm sure you don't like
Yes, mushrooms are disgusting.
it. I would have to say you like pineapple on your pizza occasionally, but not often. On a special occasion. So I'm saying you love it. I'm saying you love it.
Do you think I love it?
You're making me second guess myself now.
Well, I'm doing my job then.
Let's stick with love it.
Yeah, I love it. I'll
Yes!
eat pineapple on pizza. It's you nailed it. I don't eat it all the time, but I do. I can certainly eat it. You know, ham and pineapple is fantastic.
I mean,
Yeah.
after 1,019 shows, I feel like we know each other.
We do, man. We're really starting to gel on this
Yeah.
this thing. I like this.
I'm down with pineapple on pizza.
Absolutely.
I got at work they order pineapple, pepperoni, and jalapeno. And between the sweetness of the pineapple and the spicy jalapeno, there is just something to be said about that. You throw in a stuffed crust, and we're talking.
Ooh, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Favorite pizza place? Where do you like to go?
Ooh, that's terrible. Favorites with me.
That's right. You said you're not a big fan. You like it.
I love it. You know.
You don't have one place that you go to.
Yeah, I'm grooving on with Imrici's in Midland.
Yeah, that's
they-
great
they-
pizza.
Yeah.
Great pizza.
Well, I'm not grooving. I'm vibing on that. Is that what you guys say now? It's vibing.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Send the vibes over there too. That's awesome.
That's where I'm
All right, here we go. Let's see what everybody out here thinks on
They're
this one.
saying Papa Steve Pizza Hut for their pizza. Papa John's.
Steve.
Oh, you guys are all over the place.
We went to Mod Pizza Saturday night. Took the team out, Britt and her team out to Mod Pizza.
Mod is good.
It was very good. We've eaten there several times, but it was really, really good Saturday night. So
It feels like a science experiment when I go there because I'm like,
does.
what?
What-
They got grilled corn on a pizza? Yeah, I'll throw that on. Try it out.
Sure,
Like my pizza's
absolutely.
like 5 inches thick. I'm like, oh no, this is like a.
you're like, you get a fork and a
salad or
knife to start eating it. You know,
Exactly
can't
right.
eat it. So. All right, here we go.
right.
Let's hear what y'all have to say about this. Okay, this is one for you guys. We're
See
gonna
the next one. Ooh,
cold.
you guessing on me? Do I like cold coffee?
I'm going to probably go with a yes. I think you're an all-around coffee guy, but I think you like cold coffee too.
Nailed it. I
Get
am
you in the day.
coffee in the morning for sure, and a cold coffee is great as well. That's what you do with the leftover of the pot.
That's absolutely right.
You know, you make some iced coffee out of it.
Absolutely right. So, okay, so time out. Let me give you a little plug. This is for Starbucks, so nobody send me an email. Okay, we were at Starbucks on Saturday, and there's this brand new drink out called the toasted white chocolate something mocha, I guess it is. I don't know what it is. Dude, I'm telling you right
Really?
now, go get it in the next couple of days. It's a holiday, one of their special holiday drinks. Toasted white chocolate mocha, I think it is. Oh my gosh, one of the best drinks I've ever had from Starbucks.
Wow.
Phenomenal.
I always feel intimidated ordering from Starbucks. So I feel like there's so many options I don't pick, which would make my coffee better, but I don't know what all this means.
So actually, I went in, and the kids stayed in the car, and so I went in, and Ashley's drink is literally like 15 things you have to add to it or take it, you know. And so she gave me her phone, and I literally went in, and I told the lady behind the counter, I said, I don't
want
know,
this.
but my wife said she wants this, and she goes, okay, click, 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 okay. It took her like 3 minutes to get her drink in, but they got it right, so that's all that matters, you know. But yeah, wow, her drink is phenomenal. All right, so let's see what we got going on here.
It looks like we're split halfway.
Ooh.
There's some love-its, there's some leave-its.
White mocha is awesome. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you
So
for
what did
backing
you
me up
call
on
that
the
thing again? A white mocha drink?
toasted white chocolate.
Toasted. They put it in the toaster.
They do. It's actually, it's what gives.
Is it Quiznos or something? Would you like that toasted?
Let's try it. Can we toast a coffee? We should try that next week. And then the next time we do it live, let's
All right.
put in the toaster and see if it toasts.
We should do a whole session. Will it toast?
Will it toast?
Will it toast?
That'll be a great thing to do. I like that.
You know, speaking of toast, I don't know why the random thought came in my mind, but I was introduced. We talked a long time ago about weird combos.
Mm-hmm.
Pop-Tarts and butter. Does any of you put butter on your Pop-Tarts? This is something new to me. I've not tried it. I've heard of it. It was kind of out there. I was like, interesting. I don't knock it until I try it. So,
Maybe we should try that next time. Butter on a Pop-Tart. I like it.
you an iced coffee guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it. Any kind of coffee, I'm good. I'm down with it.
Down with
But I can't do black coffee. I have to have just a little bit of creamer in it. I can't do pure black. I'm not grown up yet enough to do that yet. So it's just
If I'm eating a dessert, I'll go with black coffee.
really
Yeah,
okay.
it's too sweet.
If I have to, absolutely, there's no creamer and I have to have coffee, I can do it, but I just don't like it. So just force it down. Yeah.
It's like drinking medicine as a kid. Like, this is terrible.
Like, oh, I don't like this, but I know I got to do it. So, all right, next one. Here we go. This one. I should get my wife to answer this one for me. She would know exactly what.
Ashley, help me out in the chat, please. Oh, camping. I'm going to go quick answer, no.
No,
Quick, you don't.
I'm not a camper.
Yes.
I do not do camping.
Not a happy camper.
I may do glamping. I would probably do glamping if it was like a nice, huge RV
Yeah.
kind of thing, like that big kind of like, you
Like
know.
a hotel on wheels.
Yeah, hotel on wheels, I'm totally cool with that. But not camping in a tent, like in the middle of nowhere with bugs and snakes.
No, not your deal.
And no air conditioning, no bathroom.
No air conditioning. Wow.
Nah, that's not for me. I need the luxuries of life.
That's why they made restrooms and housing.
That's right. They made them to use them, people. They made them to use them.
Man,
What about you? You a camper?
absolutely. I like camping. I don't get to do it
Nice.
often enough, but yeah, I do like camping.
Nice.
Yeah. Smell like smoke. Don't get to shower for a week. I mean, what beats that?
It's a sixth grader's dream.
I know it.
All right, here we go. Got two more.
Ooh, hot wings.
Hot wings.
Am I a hot wings guy?
Yeah. You
Yes.
have to love hot wings.
Yes, I do. But going beyond that, am I a drum or a wing? Flat or a drum? What do you call those? The flat one.
I guess a flat, yeah.
Flat?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the flat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flat, yeah.
I love them.
It's good stuff.
I mean, I'm not dissing on the drum.
Do you have a
but
favorite place, like wing, sauce, anything, or just all of them?
you know when you come across them when they're done right, but I'm not that picky.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way.
Yeah. You know you come across a good one, you're like, man, those are good.
Those are great.
But then you have some that are like, kind of like pizza. You get some that are,
That's right.
but they're not bad. I mean,
You
what's
can
wrong? You're eating wings and pizza. Or
It's
pizza
edible.
and wings.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. Okay, last one.
All right, here we go. Zoom calls. Are you a fan of Zoom calls? I think I can answer for everybody watching and everybody in 2020. No,
How many
leave it.
Zoom calls have we done since the
We've
last
done,
month?
we've done quite a few. I don't think anybody's a huge fan of them, but they
No.
are useful.
They are
That's
very
for sure.
useful. We have used them a lot, but I do not like them at all. So, what about you?
No, It made me clean my office at work. Because people actually see your stuff. You're like,
You're like, oh,
Gotta
just
clean up a little bit.
let me move it over here so they can't see that. You know what I'm saying?
get a
So,
little like a shade you pull down or something.
that's right.
to hide everything.
Little background.
Yeah.
Okay, so now next week, everybody, I don't know if you know this or not. Next Thursday's Thanksgiving. As hard as that is to believe, next week's Thanksgiving. So we're going to go into this. We're going to show you some truth about Thanksgiving, or is it a lie we're going to tell you about Thanksgiving? So now you have to figure out which one it is. Is it a truth or is it lie? Okay, so this is pretty good.
And these are facts about
These
Thanksgiving.
are facts about Thanksgiving. Maybe facts about Thanksgiving.
Maybe facts.
They may be lies. You'll have to figure it out. Here we go. First one.
Ooh.
The woman behind Mary Had a Little Lamb is also responsible for Thanksgiving's recognition as a national holiday.
What a combo.
I know. This lady's a rock star if she did Mary Had a Little Lamb and a national holiday. I don't know. That could be is that too much? That could be too much for one person to accomplish
and
in a
they're
lifetime.
they're on the different spectrum.
Yeah,
there, too.
like, so that's a song versus a holiday.
Yeah.
And you don't sing Mary Had a Little Lamb on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I don't think. Well,
No
maybe, I'm
relation
sorry.
there?
If you have that as a family tradition, I apologize. I don't mean to insult your family. My family does not sing Mary Had a Little Lamb on
I
Thanksgiving.
think
so.
it's required video submission of that happening.
That's
If you do that on
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
please send it to us.
We'll show it on the
We'll
live.
show it on the live for the whole world to see. So, all right, you
I
think
don't know,
it's
Matt. I don't know what this one is. I'll go. It's true.
truth?
Really?
Yeah, she's a rock. I don't know
She
who
had
it
it
is.
going on.
I don't know her name, but she's a rock star because she did both. That's
Wow.
amazing.
That's incredible.
All right, let's keep moving on.
Let's go to the next one. The Butterball Turkey Talk Line answers almost 100,000 calls each season.
Excuse me, ma'am, how do you cook this thing? I'm trying to figure out. I don't know which end goes where, and where do you? I put it in the microwave, but it ain't working.
What's the thing, that little red thing that pops up, tells you when it's done?
Oh,
They still do those?
I don't know. The temperature.
Yeah,
the
yeah. It's
temperature-
little. People don't cook turkeys all the time. There's a
I guess.
little red thing that pops up when it hits a certain temperature. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's butter.
What would you call the hotline for? What would you call the hotline for?
I think I'm gonna call this year just for fun.
Please wait. You're caller 100,001.
We'll be with you as soon as possible.
Everybody's saying true.
True, true, true.
Yeah, I guess with that many people in the United States. Yeah. Wow.
Truth.
Working that call center.
Yeah, I know, for real. Oh gosh, that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay.
What's another one? Most Americans like Thanksgiving leftovers more than the actual meal. I've got to say, Thanksgiving leftovers are
They're pretty
good.
amazing.
There's so many things you can do with turkey.
Absolutely.
And then the other sides. I mean, what's one of your favorite sides for Thanksgiving?
Stuffing.
Stuffing's good.
I like stuffing if it's made right.
True.
You can mess stuffing up, people.
Is there
let me just
another
tell
name
you.
for it?
Dressing?
Dressing.
Dressing,
Yes.
yeah.
I got confused with that when I first heard that term. This is more of a southern term.
Yeah.
I'm like, dressing.
Like, what are y'all talking about? Dressing?
Ah.
Like,
Is that gravy? What is that? Is that another nerd? Because there's like, salad dressings that you put on.
you're like, are you putting that on the turkey? That's
What?
gross.
Sure, ranch. Bring
Nobody
it
wants
on.
honey mustard. You want blue cheese on your turkey? Like, nasty.
I mean, ranch fixes a lot of
The
things.
range can fix a lot of things, that's for sure. So, all right, so the official answer is
True.
truth.
Wow.
Nice. All right, here we go. Next one. Emergency room visits double on Thanksgiving Day because of family football injuries.
I'd have to say true.
That's like, dude, get out of there. It's like some intense football on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, man, because you're full?
That's right.
You're trying to run with the football?
That's right.
I mean,
Go get
they're
'em.
prone to injury there.
What could go wrong? A full stomach and throwing a football. All right, so the answer is
Do-do-do-do.
it's
Oh, that's a lie.
It is a lie, I guess.
I just don't think they have proper statistics on that.
No, that's right. All right. We just made this up anyway.
They
so
don't
just kidding.
they don't go to the emergency room.
That's right.
You have off work, just lay
You're
it
like,
out.
Just hang in there, man. You'll be fine.
Be fine by Monday.
Yeah. I know your arm's dangling away, but you'll be fine. Don't tell them what happened at home. We don't do that. All right, here's another good one.
Black Friday is the busiest day of the year for plumbers. Ooh, that's a twist.
It makes sense.
I mean, the day after Thanksgiving.
Everybody ate a lot of turkey,
Things are moving.
a lot of food, and it moves. So, then they go shopping at like 3 or 4 or 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
And you have to have your coffee.
And you got to have
which-
your coffee, which
know?
makes you go. And then, so
We better stop ahead and just get the answer.
if you're a plumber, Black Friday, you're like, they call it Black Friday for a reason. There you go. All right. And the answer is
True.
Truth.
Oh, there is truth to that.
there you go. I like it. All right,
That's
last
funny.
one, and we'll move on. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was originally Christmas themed.
I would love to say yes.
I would think yes too.
Are you a Christmas all year round kind of guy?
Yes, absolutely. I may or may not have had a Christmas tree up in my apartment for 1, 2, 3, 4 years.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
4 years. That's Guinness Book World Record worthy, I think.
I probably got a good run at it. Like the string would run out, so you just go buy another string around it. Lights.
There you go.
Just restring it. It literally took me like, I don't know, there were 7 or 8 strands around it that were burnt out that I had to replace. So, but when we got married, Ashley was like, no, that's got to go.
That's got to go.
Nope. So it's all good.
So was the parade Christmas themed?
Truth.
True.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Who knew?
And then we backed off of that and made it more Thanksgiving.
That's
huh?
true. That's true. So sad though that won't happen this year. They're not doing the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade this year.
But a lot of people in my neighborhood have already decorated for Christmas.
Ooh, I like it.
Us included.
But we're doing ours this weekend, so
We got our lights up.
gonna be good. Gonna be good. So, all right. Hey, did you realize, guys, we had a Cool Carl video for ourselves this weekend at Fall Retreat?
If you guys missed it, Cool Carl sent us a video for the Fall Retreat.
We'll post that on our socials.
Did he call them little chicken nuggets?
He called them Transit Chicken Nuggets.
Transit nuggets.
Transit Chicken Nuggets.
That's
yeah,
cool.
that's
You got a
awesome.
message from him today?
Not a message, but just a normal video
Oh,
about
man, that's
context and how important context
awesome. I'm sure they're going to spin
really
this one
is.
well.
They are going to do great. We'll check it out.
Hi there, Yellow Chicken Nuggets. It's me, Carl. As you probably know, I'm a big believer in the big man upstairs. He's my numero uno. That's Hungarian for number one. The more you know. The best way for myself to get connected is to read the love letter he gave me, aka the Bible. But just this morning during my daily Devo, I stumbled across a term that sent me into an ocean of Confucius, aka I was confused. So let's talk this through together. Bearing fruit. Bearing fruit. Fruit bearing. Fruit wearing. Bear fruit. Bear fruit. Arr. Get it? Because like bears eat trash. John 15 tells us that we're supposed to bear fruit. But what exactly does that mean? Does that mean we feed bears fruit? And if so, what kind of fruit do we feed them? There's millions of different types of fruit. Bananas, dragon fruit, kiwi, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, dingleberries, watermelon, oranges, apples, pineapple, bananas, tomatoes. The list goes on. And feeding fruit to bears may seem like a safe activity, but it's not. Bears like to bite, and I'm not just talking about fruit. I'm talking about you. To bears, you practically are fruit. As far as they're concerned, you're just a tangerine with a haircut and skinny jeans. So yeah, technically you are bear's fruit. And if we are to feed bears fruit, how are we supposed to know what kind of bears to feed the fruit to? That's a tongue twister. Because there's a lot of different types of bears, let me tell you. Polar bears, panda bears, grizzly bears, black bears, brown bears, purple bears, gummy bears, bears that climb, bears that fish, bears that dream, bears that wish.
Iridocyclitis.
Bears with red shirts, or even bears with haircuts. You ever seen a naked bear? It's terrifying. There's some things you can't unsee.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places.
So I say all that to say this. When Scripture tells us to, Okay, scratch everything I just said. Turns out it's not actually talking about bears or literal fruit. So, context is key. Oh, jeez. Stinks in here. There's a lot of tape in here. Fruit. Bear fruit. Bear fruit. Arr.
Those guys, man. Every week they just come out with better and better stuff.
I mean, that is true. You need context, or else you'll end up with a bear and a banana.
It's true. That's a great t-shirt. We
That
got
is
to
a
get
great
some of
t-shirt.
those. We've
Yeah.
got to get the bear fruit t-shirts. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, all right. So, hey, got an announcement to make tonight. We're going to make this big announcement tonight. So tonight is episode 1019.
Yes, it is.
Next week we will not have a Transit Live because it's the week of Thanksgiving. So you have the week to spend with your family and travel and do whatever you want to do.
Prepping your bellies for a big old meal.
Yes. And then the next week, we're going to come back for December the 2nd, Transit called The Best of Transit Live, and that will be our official last Transit Live.
Because what happens after that week, Matt?
December the 6th. Oh, that's great that you asked. We're going back to Sunday morning D groups in person.
Woohoo! Yes!
So you should be excited about that, as excited as we are. It's going to be great. So we're excited about that. So that means that, it's funny because we talked over the weekend, Eddie talked about seasons, and this season is kind of coming to a close, coming to an end. And so, that's not a bad thing.
Nope.
This has been a great medium for us to talk to the kids and share with them. But we can't wait to get back in person and have real conversations and where they can talk back to us and we don't have to look at a camera all night. So
yes, much like we got to engage at Fall Retreat.
Absolutely.
Talk back and forth. Yes.
It's going to be fantastic. So what we need you to do right now in the chat, we want you to put your favorite transit memory, because what we're going to do in 2 weeks when we come back is we're going to go back through the whole entire 9 months of Transit Live and share some of your favorite activities, games, fun things we did. We've done the lip sync battle. We've done the blender mill. We've done all kind of games. And
yes.
We've done the Glow Man. Remember the thing we
Oh,
dressed
that was
up
a
with?
cool dance.
That was pretty cool. So we did a lot of cool things. And you know what I'm more proud of for Transit Live?
What is that?
In 9.5 months, we've only got kicked off YouTube one time.
Kicked off. That doesn't mean we haven't had our hands slapped every episode.
But we've had no strikes, 0 strikes. So that's fantastic. So keep that. That's a win so far. We still got one more. They're probably listening and they're like, oh, we got something in Fairview, North Carolina. Please send somebody out to Hopewell because they're.
Cut them down. Cut them off.
Cut them, cut. So. Actually, that's funny. So you guys tell us some of your favorite transit memories, and we want to be sure to talk about that. Master Chef Justin.
Yeah, I just saw that one. I was like, oh, yes, the SpaghettiO.
Maybe we see if Justin can come back for that. That'd be kind of cool to have him back on.
Yeah. He should fix one.
That was rough, man. I'm not going to lie.
He should fix one. I'm glad I didn't have to try that.
That was rough.
That was convenient.
Not nearly as bad as the blender meals, but that was still pretty rough.
That was rough. Yeah, and the cup stack thing. We did the Oreos and did a lot of cool ones, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So
times.
y'all put in here in the chat what your favorite one is, and we'll be sure to try to get all those included, and maybe even show some of the clips from some of that. I think that'll be pretty fun to go back and just talk about it. And also too, do me a favor, if there's one of the lessons or something that we've done a lot of fun stuff, but we've also done a lot of teaching. So if there's one of the lessons or something that, hey, the one you did on anxiety was really positive, really meant a lot to me. The one on comparison or whatever it could be of all the lessons that we've done. Share that with us too, because we'd love to hear that, and we're going to go back and talk a little bit about what we learned on Transit Live as well. So, and then we'll kind of wrap it all up, and so that'll be not next week, but in 2 weeks we'll do that. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
So, all right, well, let's get into worship, and then we'll do some lesson tonight before we go. So let's worship it up.
Get it on.
King above all kings. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. That you would take my place. That you would bear my cross. You'd lay down your life. That I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Who brings our chaos back into order? Who makes the orphan a son and daughter? The King of glory, the King of glory, who rules the nations with truth and justice, shines like the sun in all of its brilliance. The King of glory, the King above all kings. Oh, this is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. That you would take my place. That you would bear my cross. You'd lay down your life. That I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy, worthy, worthy. Oh, this is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. That you would take my place. That you would bear my cross. You'd lay down your life. That I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. All that you've done for me.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. of your voice. You have led me through the fire in darkest night. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. My life laid down and surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good. Every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Hi, I'm Brennan Baker, and if you knew me, you probably know that I'm pretty into basketball. Kind of known for that. But what most people don't know is why. I love basketball because it teaches me how to be a better teammate. When somebody talks about basketball like it's stupid or like it doesn't matter, it bugs me because basketball is way more than putting a ball into a hoop. Most people think I'm crazy, but the truth is, basketball is way more than a sport to me. That's why I'm constantly talking about it, because you can't really know me unless you know what matters to me. It's not just a sport, it's personal.
So last week we started this brand new series called It's Personal. And so we're going to continue that tonight. But I want to start with the story. So have you ever been in a situation before that was a little bit awkward? So where you thought you knew somebody, but you really didn't? So there was this one time, and I'm not going to say who these people were because I'm going to try to protect them from this. But there was one time where some people that we knew were like, oh, yeah, we know so-and-so. They're fantastic. They're great. We love them. We're like, oh, yeah, we know them too. That's pretty cool. So went back to that other person and was like, hey, so we hear you know so-and-so. You know, we're good friends with them. And like there's like this like blank stare look on that person's face of like, yeah, I think we've like seen them one time or like came across and met them one time. So like on this side, like we're best friends forever. And on the other side was like, I think I met them once, you know. Those can be super awkward. And we're just standing there like, all right, let's just go ahead and exit stage left because this is getting awkward. So I don't know if you've ever had that happen before, but that's happened to us before. And it's really, really weird. So here's the thing. You can know somebody and not really know them. You say, what? Yeah, you can know somebody and not really know them. And the same thing is true for you. You can hang out with people. You can have friends, hang out with them and a bunch of people, but do they really know who you are? Do they really know you? The real you? So for most of us, our friends are probably the people who get us the most. Our friends know us. All right, so for most of you, you probably have a bestie, right? Or a BFF, and you're like, oh, that person absolutely gets me. So that's great, that's awesome. But for most people, they probably don't have somebody like that, okay? So here's a stat that I made up that I think is pretty true, but I'm still gonna go with it anyway, and this is what we're gonna go with. The majority of people don't feel like there's anyone who gets them 100%. Is there anybody out there that gets you 100%? Well, I think the majority of people probably feel like you may have that, but I think the majority of people don't feel that way. So wouldn't it be nice if we had somebody out there that understood us? Somebody who knows how I feel, who knows what I'm going through, literally knows everything about me. But the truth is, those nobody gets me or nobody knows the real me feeling you get sometimes, those are not easy feelings. You know why? This is why. Because you are actually wired to be known. The way you were created, the way we're all put together is to be known by other people, okay? So this actually, you're made to have somebody know who you are, who gets you, who understands you, who knows what you're going through, who can help you, who knows what your real world looks like. Not the one that we portray, not the one that everybody thinks everybody's perfect and everybody's good and everybody's great. Okay, but the real world that we live in. So last week we started talking about the story of Zacchaeus, and we're going to kind of pick up with that and keep going with that theme this week. But this man named Zacchaeus had an encounter with Jesus. So this is in the New Testament, is in the book of Luke. And so what's so important for us to remember is in the book of Luke is that they're eyewitnesses account. So these people personally saw what Jesus did for Zacchaeus, okay? They saw it with their own eyes. It was not just something they heard about, but these people saw it from a personal standpoint. So Luke shares the story of Zacchaeus. We all know the story. We learned about it last week, but we know that Zacchaeus was an outsider, okay? He was on the outside of the groups, all right? So he was a Jewish tax collector, which is always not gonna be a good thing. Nobody liked tax collectors. It was a super bad thing back in that day because they would get what they're supposed to and then add more to it and rip people off, and then they end up getting really rich because they're stealing from other people. So the short version of that, he was a sellout and a traitor to a bunch of his people. So you can imagine he was not liked very well by anybody. So Jesus is coming to town. And Zacchaeus knows he's coming to town. Everybody is dying to see him. They're so excited. Here comes Jesus, because at this point, Jesus is actually very famous. Everybody's hearing stuff about him, and they're really, really famous. And the people wanted to know certain things like this. Is he like the rumors say he is? Really? Is he really doing the things that he's doing? I mean, all these people are following him, and he's got all these people, and he's got these disciples, and they're like doing all these crazy things like this. He's healing people. He's performing miracles, raising people from the dead. Really? Is this really all true? I don't know. Is he really challenging the powers to be in the society? Is Jesus really going to get them? So they came to see, is this true? Is this really going to happen? And so again, Zacchaeus comes with the same kind of questions as well. He's no different. Jesus really looked out for people like this. He looked out for the poor people, the people that were mistreated, the people that nobody else wanted to be around. And there was nobody else better than mistreating people than Zacchaeus, because if people were poor or in poverty, it's probably because people like Zacchaeus, because they ripped them off and took their money. Okay, so you can imagine this is not a very good place. So then the craziest thing happens. This is the craziest thing. He said, I went one too far. So Zacchaeus came down at once and welcomed him. Ooh, a little too far. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up to him and said, Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today. Okay, so now we're thinking, wow, so not only did Jesus know who he was an outsider. Okay, so we got to understand, he didn't fit in really either group. Even the Jewish people, he was a Jewish person, but he really didn't fit in with the Romans or the Jewish people either. So he really was in both camps where he just didn't fit in. So he climbed up this tree to see Jesus. I wonder if he's going to notice me. I wonder if he'll even see me. So he climbed up in here with these questions. I think in the back of his mind, he made this question. I wonder if I matter to Jesus. And guess what? Of course he did matter to Jesus. Jesus walked up to him and said to him, listen, you come down there immediately because I'm coming to your house today. Now, you probably think, wow, that's kind of rude. Jesus just invited himself to this house for dinner and he's coming to stay at his house. But you got to remember, back in this day, having someone in your home sent a message of friendship. Okay, that's the culture that they were living in. So when he said that, he was inviting friendship. He was inviting him to come and to do that. And so this should be an encouragement for all of us to know that Jesus cares for everybody, not just certain groups, but he cares for everybody. So if you've ever wondered what Jesus thinks about you, this story should be so encouraging to you. Okay, because a lot of times we get kind of get tied up on things that I know Jesus cares about this, but maybe not this. He really cares about certain things in my life, but does he care about everything in my life? Well, let's take a look at that. There's a couple things that we're going to put up here on the screen so that you can see. So I know Jesus cares about my Bible reading, but does he really care about my grades? Well, the answer is yes. He cares about your Bible reading because he wants to speak to you, he wants to talk to you, and he wants you to learn, but he also cares about your grades at school. He wants you to do well and work hard and get the best grades that you possibly can. So yes, he does care for that. I think so many times we distance ourselves from the spiritual in our regular lives, and so we have to be really careful for that. So I know that Jesus cares about me praying, but not about my friendships. Okay? Well, that's not true either. He does care about you praying, and he wants you to pray with him, but he also cares about your friendships. Okay? Now, here's the next thing. The holy stuff. All the holy stuff that God wants me to do, but not my real life stuff, okay? So this is one of the big things that it's kind of like the difference between guys and girls. All right, so the difference between guys and girls is this. Guys' brains work together like waffles, okay? Just think of a big Belgian waffle, right? You got all these little compartments, and you can put this compartment of work, you can put your family, you can put faith, church, sports, gaming, all these other things you can put in those itty bitty little waffles, right? And you can keep them all separated. Okay, guys, let me give you a little heads up. The female brain does not work that way. The female brain works this way. It's all like a pot of spaghetti, and they're all just intermingled together, okay? And so that's how their brain works. Everything just goes together, and one thing goes together, and this and that over here and over there. That's how it works, okay? So you got to think that, you shouldn't take your life and compartmentalize it like that, okay? It needs to be like Jesus is all in your life and every part, whether it's the holy stuff or your friendships or your real life stuff or your grades or whatever it is, all that should fall underneath your faith in your relationship with Christ, okay? And then your next one, your cussing. I know he cares that I doesn't cuss, but what about your anxiety? Okay? Well, we know we shouldn't cuss. We know we shouldn't have a filthy mouth, but he also does care about your anxiety, and we know that. And then the last one is this, your obedience. I know he cares about me being obedient, but not your relationship with your dad. Okay, so it's very obvious. We fall into this trap sometimes where, well, I know he cares about this, but not this. Well, the reality is he cares about all of it. Because if it's personal to you, it's personal to him. Okay, so that's a really big thing. It's personal because Jesus knows what matters to you. He already knows it, okay? So we just have to realize that he's part of all of that. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's a couple ways that we can talk about it's personal for this. Number one, talk to Jesus about what matters to you. So many times you go, I hear this all the time. Dude, I don't know how to pray. I don't know. What do I pray about? Simple. Pray about what matters to you. Okay, that's a great place to start. Secondly, talk to others about what interests you. Talk to others about what interests you. Okay, so that's a great thing. You talk to others about what interests them. What is it that you like to do? Tell me about that. Help me understand that. Because there's a lot of things I don't understand what people do. And I'm like, okay, help me understand what you're doing. Have you ever been to a sport or a ball game or something? I've been to so many sports games and ball games for students and stuff. And I'm like, okay, you're going to have to tell me out here. I don't know what's happening, like, especially with like running and cross country and some of those sports. I'm like, I really don't know what, when are they coming? And when, and the parents are all like, oh, it's right here. They're coming across here and this time. And, they know exactly what to do. So talk to them about it. Ask them about it. Just make it, talk to other people about things that interest them. Okay? And then maybe this week you can make it personal by being intentional and discovering the things that other people like. All right, so reality is we're going to be spending a lot of time with family next week. Hopefully you get to spend a lot of time with family next week. And so sit down and talk to them about the things that they like, okay? So that's what Jesus did for Zacchaeus. And then here, this is a verse that Paul talked about when he wrote his letter to the church in Philippians chapter 2. He says, rather, in humility, value others above yourselves. No, let's just stop right there. You just take that line right there. If you can put that as like one of the main parts of your life, you're going to be an amazing person, that you value others above yourself. That doesn't mean you neglect yourself. It just means that you value others above yourself, okay? That you want to make sure you're taking care of other people, it's not all about you. It's not all about you. You want to make sure you take care of other people. Then it says, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of others, so that you're going to take care of other people. You say, well, how do we do that? What would that look like? Glad you asked. Let's give a couple examples. Here we go. You ask your friends questions and you listen to their answers. Have you ever been around somebody that doesn't listen? They ask you a question, they don't listen, they just cut you off and keep right on going, and you're like, you didn't even hear my answer, bro. You've probably been around people like that before. Okay? Don't be like those people. Be like these. Ask your friends questions and you listen to their answers. Okay? Very simple. You play something that your little brother loves to play that maybe you don't like to play. Just saying. That's a good way that you can help look at the interest of others. Okay? Here's two more. You go watch your friend play their sport even if you have no clue what's going on. Hello, been there, done that. But that's a great conversation starter. Ask questions. Make an effort to include that kid who's a grade younger than you are. Really? Yeah. Reach out to somebody that's down below you, a grade younger than you, and take an effort in them and include them and ask them what's going on. Ask them what they like, their interests. Listen to them and their answers, okay? It's very, very simple. But these are very simple things that Jesus did back in the day, and this is what he did. It's personal because Jesus knows what matters to you, okay? So this whole story about Zacchaeus, that's what it is. It's personal, all right? So Jesus feels the same way towards you that he did towards Zacchaeus. It's personal for him, all right? So it's very simple. Now you have the chance to do what we do here. You can be personal to other people and point people to Christ because you're listening to them, you're hearing from them, and you're being a great friend. So let's pray and we'll move. God, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for this time we can come together. God, thank you so much for just how much you love us. And God, that our relationship with you is personal. God, that we have a personal relationship with you. God, we're so thankful. We care so much about that. And thank you so much that you loved us so much that you care for us. God, help us to take the stuff from this story of Zacchaeus. Help us to apply into our life. Help us to learn about other people. Help them to ask questions. Help them to care about them. Lord, help us to value other people above ourselves. God, that's so hard to do in this culture and the way that we're living right now. But Lord, help us to be able to help other people. God, we love you so much. We pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Matt. Good word.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, you know what next week is?
Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving.
It is. Are you ready for Thanksgiving?
I am. Hey, look, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys, because we won't see you guys next week.
That's right. We're not here next week, just in case you're wondering. So you're going to be with your family. I'm going to be with my family.
Absolutely.
So we're not going to be with our family. So don't be looking forward to next week. All right. So really, really cool. So
Yeah.
All right. Well, it has been great, everyone.
Wrapping up 1019th episode here.
We got one left.
One left.
Just one left. That'll be 1,084.
But do you want to? Don't you have a launch video for the D groups?
Yeah, we'll post that later online.
Okay.
Yep. Be sure
All
to look
right.
online for our relaunch video. We showed it to you on Saturday. We were going to show it to you again, but I'm pretty sure I forgot to load it in the TV in the computer. So, yeah, we're just going to post that online later, or maybe show it in 2 weeks. We'll do both of them. We'll post it later and show it in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Well, there you go.
So, all right. So our next episode is going to be 1,084.
84.
1,084. Yep.
I may have to go to the box to recount that.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
to make sure the counts go right.
Didn't we have something like that in the? Let's go back because I
We
think
did. We didn't want to mention it too early because we didn't want the channel to get cut off.
That's right.
But Daniel, you made a good point. You were questioning our counting of our episodes, and then Cooper chimed in.
That's right.
Did you have exactly what Cooper said?
Cooper
there?
said they used the same method they used for counting votes.
This is correct.
I love it. Nice knowing y'all. YouTube, if they've already probably cut us off for the night, that's okay. We got the joke in, so joke's on you, YouTube.
Oh, man.
Oh, I probably shouldn't say that either. They're probably gonna be like, "Oh, you're
yeah.
mocking us." We push a button, you're done.
You're done for 2 weeks.
Oh man, that's funny. You guys crack us up.
Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Just find those opportunities to glorify God when you're with your family and with your friends.
Absolutely. We are thankful for you. We love you. We love your families. We love Hopewell. Love everybody here. We're so thankful to be here. I know you guys feel the same way.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic. So thank you guys again for being with us tonight. We look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks for the best of Transit Live as we recap all 9 months of Transit Live. So we'll look forward to seeing you again on December 2nd.
Take care.